What's up, y'all? I'm back with another video. This install is busting, so if you want to see the results, keep watching. This watercolor method is really so easy. If you're not doing this, you wasting time. But yeah, I went ahead and used this Adore Sweet Mint color. This color finna be so cute on her. So yeah, I just pour my color in there and mix it up before I even put the wig in there. Y'all, make sure you're using hot water with this method. And I don't put too much color in there, because once you put too much color, you can't take it back. So start small. Start really small. And then you can go ahead and just keep adding to it if you want your color darker. So dip the wig in there. And make sure the water is just getting on the hair. It's really saturating in the water. And when you see the pieces of blonde that you know is like not colored, add more color on top of that specific part. And it's just going to help color it way better. And I usually let this sit for at least about 20-30 minutes, or until you feel like that's the color that you want. That's when you can take it out. But yeah, y'all, saturate it in there. Get the color in there, because you don't want it to dry. And you don't want to see some parts that's lighter and darker, because that don't look right. So yeah, take your time with this part. But this watercolor, this just saves so much time. So I would advise y'all to do this if you're not. So first I started off by giving her some Cleos to the back. Y'all, make sure whatever braids you doing, make sure they're very flat. Like one time I did try to install a wig with some fat dookies, and the wig was fat in the back. So make sure they're very flat. And y'all, do not mind my nails. I know they really look a hot mess, but that's not what we worried about. We worried about this nice hair tutorial. And I always like to oil my client's scalp just so it won't be dry. You never know how long your client plan on keeping their wig on, so their scalp needs to be moisturized. Then I'm going to go ahead and slick these edges back, so when I get ready and put my cap on, her real hair not in the way. And I see that cape keep falling off her. It was getting on my nerves, but I put her cap on. And normally I like putting the makeup first before I glue it down, because I just feel like it's easier that way, and you not really trying to mess your cap up trying to scrub makeup on there. So I think it's easier to put the makeup first and then put your glue down. So for this part, you only need one layer of glue. And y'all, these popsicle sticks really come in handy because you don't have to worry about getting your rat tail comb dirty or whatever you trying to use. Make sure you using something disposable. And when you get ready to cut this cap off, make sure the glue is dry. Use a blow dryer because if it's not dry, then the cap gonna get the rolling back and you just did this for no reason. You won't have to start all over again. So make sure it's dry. And I know this video do look like I'm kind of moving a little fast, but I'm really not. I just speeded the video up. And I always try the wig on my client because I just want to see what it looked like, how it's fitting. This wig was a little bit big for her, but we still made it do what it do. And then I mark where I want to lay my glue at. If you put too much glue like over the hairline, then whenever your client put their scarf on or whatever, it's just gonna start sticking to their forehead, turning all black and gray and looking nasty. So just make sure you only putting the amount of glue that you need. Plus, you don't need to be wasting glue anyways. Always make sure you're using alcohol to clean the skin because you just want to wipe away all the grease, build up, whatever it is, so this install can last you. This part is very necessary. Make sure y'all doing this part so the wig can last a month if they want it to last a month. Then I'm using Erica J lace glue, and she got some spray, lace adhesive spray. So basically it protect your skin and help it like not to break out, because I was using a different glue but it always broke my skin out. So then I finally came across her, and her glue, yeah, it's definitely that. It's a lifesaver for real, because my head was breaking out and I was hurting and I don't like that. So if y'all are having those type of issues, if you have sensitive skin, you definitely should get her lace glue with the lace adhesive spray to go with it. My bad, y'all, it's called Skin Guard Spray. But yeah, her Instagram is Erica J, so y'all should definitely try her glue. So you want to make sure you're using a thin layer of glue, so when you're ready to put your next layer on, it's already dry, so you just gonna have a whole lot of stuff trying to dry, then it's never gonna dry. So yeah, fan it, blow dry it, do what you gotta do to make sure that it's a little clear, then go ahead and start on your next layer. And basically ask your client how long they want they install to last. That's going to determine how many layers you need to use. I used about 4 or 5, and her install lasted probably about 2 weeks, 3 weeks, something like that. It just depends on what your client be doing. Do they exercise? Do they sweat a lot? You gonna know how many layers to use based off talking to them and their experiences. And make sure you wipe in the black pencil you use to mark where you're going to lay your glue off at, because you don't need that showing at the top of the hairline. Don't forget to wipe that off. So I'm about to put her wig on. And when you do put it on, y'all, make sure you comb where you put the glue at. So basically you just like laying it, like melting it in there better. Or you can use the end of your rat tail comb and, you know, just maneuver it around a little bit to make sure that you got it fully on there. And y'all, that hot comb is definitely the truth. Like it helped it dry faster, you know. So after you get done putting the wig on, make sure you hit it with the hot comb a couple times. Y'all, having a hot comb is a necessity. You definitely need a hot comb if you're wearing wigs. Then I plucked it some more. Y'all, plucking is definitely a must. Like, you have to pluck your wig. If you don't, your shit gonna be fat as hell and you're not gonna like that. So you definitely gotta pluck. Normally I be plucking like off the head, but if I didn't pluck enough, when I put the wig on, I notice that it's still looking a little fat. I go back in and pluck some more. So y'all, you definitely gotta pluck. Ain't no way around it. Y'all, when you get done putting your wig on, throw that elastic band on there. Definitely, you need the elastic band, like, so the wig can just melt into your skin so good. Like, I'm styling right now, so she don't have to sit unattended for 10 minutes while the elastic band is on there. But if you got some curly hair or something, you gonna need that person to sit with that band on their head for at least 10 minutes. But I'm styling their hair, so I can basically kill two birds in one stone. But y'all, that melt belt, you need that. And y'all, make sure y'all using heat protective spray when you using heat on the hair. You don't want to fry the hair or burn it out. But y'all should try this heat protective spray. It's by this brand called Fantasia, and it's in a red little bottle, and it smells so good. So yeah, y'all definitely should try that, because I've been using that lately and I'm feeling it. To the top of your wig, the hot comb is a must. You need that hot comb for your frontal enclosure. The hot comb is really like the main ingredient. You cannot go without no hot comb. It's just something that you just shouldn't do, or else you're gonna be walking around looking like you got a fucking helmet on your head. And why would you want that? Y'all, part in small sections too, because how you gonna use a hot comb with a big old section piece of hair? Like, that's not even gonna help you at all. It's not gonna get it through all the way. So part in small sections and take your time. You don't need to be rushing on this part. This the best part. And also, y'all, in the back part, I always part a little section off and hot comb that piece down so you can hide the tracks. And you definitely need a wax stick as well. That's gonna tame all those flyaways. Y'all know everybody hate flyaways. I hate flyaways. It's irritating, so you need to grab a wax stick. I got one from Care. This one smells really good. It's a little expensive, but it's worth it, and you don't use a lot of the wax stick, so it's definitely gonna last you a long time. When you get ready to cut that lace off, use a razor, because you don't need to be cutting it straight across, because nobody hairline is straight across and that don't look right. But also make sure you being careful so you don't cut your clients. And to make sure your middle part is in the middle of your head, I always use a rat tail comb and I line it up with the center of my client's nose. I feel like that's the best way to do it. And my middle parts be right dead smack in the middle. Like, don't get nobody a middle part. It's like your part on the side, or is it in the middle? Which one? Then y'all, I did use makeup on her lace before I even put it down. It is like giving me like a little white little flash look, so make sure you put in enough makeup or lace tint. You can get some lace tint from this girl on Instagram. Her name is I'ma Slay Your Bae, or you can get the lace tint from Taylor Crowns. They both work well. Then she going for that little Lauren Farquhar looking bob look, so I'm gonna go ahead and start cutting it, shaping it how I want it. And I cut on both sides just so I can make sure when I do go around, I'm not cutting that side too short or too long. But yeah, with this process, just take your time, because once you cut the hair off, it's over with. You can't really do nothing about that. So yeah, and I like using these clippers, like really for this straight look. It's just really so much easier. here, I'm gonna just go ahead and bump the ends, but y'all don't overdo it. You don't want the bob looking like a grandma, so just slightly bump it, just a little bit. Don't overdo it. Y'all, I just love using a hot comb. Like, I probably be overdoing it, but I really don't care. Y'all see this though? Like, it's really coming together. And if you see flyaways that's just not laying down, I just be snatching them out. But yeah, right here, I'm going ahead and cut the baby hairs. Cut it in like an angle so it just won't be straight across. And then I learned this on TikTok. Start curling your baby hairs, and basically it's just gonna lay where you want it and give it that little extra flip, like curl look. Yeah, I've been doing that lately and I like that, so y'all should try that if you're not doing that. Okay, y'all, I'm still learning with the baby hairs, but you're not gonna get it on your first time. You just gotta keep practicing with the baby hairs. Like, you might need to go back, grab some more product, cut it, do whatever you gotta do, but this it's very time consuming because you want the baby hairs to look right. You don't need fat ass baby hairs that's all the way down by your eyebrows. So take your time on this part. And I'll be using gorilla snot and mousse mixed together. I like that little method I've been using. I ain't really mastered the baby hairs to the point where I can only use mousse, so I like to use the gorilla snot to make it more stickier. So I just mix both of them. Then y'all, I use the little head wraps to lay the baby hairs down while my clients sit under the dryer. Make sure you get the max ones, like the ones that's way bigger than the other ones, because these work way better and give you more room. And then after I tie this down, I'll go ahead and tie the elastic band on top of that, because I just want to make sure it's extra secure and extra laid. So yeah, ever since I've been doing that, it just be looking so much better. Like, the baby hairs really be on point. Let your clients stand under the dryer for at least 10 to 15 minutes. So the baby hairs can be dry. You cannot be taking the wrap off the head without the baby hairs dry, because then all it's going to do is just mess it up. But yeah, I like adding a little mousse on before they get it under the dryer, because it help with the flyaways and it just be looking overly flat. So put some mousse on top of it. So yeah, this look just coming along. I'm using the hot comb again. I told y'all I love the hot comb. I'm just using it to make sure everything is molded into place. And I should have used a little bit more makeup. It do kind of look a little ashy, but you can't tell like that. But yeah, y'all, at the end, put some makeup in your part just to define your part. And if you got like that natural black look, you can use black spray to just straighten up your part. But I don't have a color to match that, so I'm gonna just use the makeup. Then for the final touch, y'all, just spray a little bit of oil sheen. I use the one in the blue can. It smells so good. Y'all should use that one. And yes, look how it looked though. It looked really, really good. She looked good with this color. If you like this video, please give me a thumbs up and subscribe to this channel.